not one that a lot of people are probably accustomed to. But nevertheless, with me, today I have a very beautiful young lady, a young woman emporer, as we start with your little creelies. But she's been a lot into women empowerment. She's trying a lot to make a change within our society and the country in the whole. But nevertheless, some may know her from making the headlines as a beautiful young lady who we are waiting to make issue within the oil and gas sector to now vying for a place at Miss Bartica Regatta 2023. I'm talking about Miss Shanae Heber. Guys, it's going to be a very informative session. It's going to be, very, very, very interesting. So let's hear what Miss Shanae has to say today. Miss Shanae, welcome
Hi,
to
Michael.
Focus First and
Thank
Foremost.
you.
Oh my.
Thank you for having me.
It's been some time. It's been delays after delays, but here you are.
I'm finally here.
Finally here. First of all, you look so beautiful. I love the blue.
You.
You love the blue. So Shanae, again, welcome to Focus. For the viewers who don't know who Shanae Heber is, do you mind letting them know who Shanae is?
Wow, that is such a thought-provoking question. And I've actually heard you asked your previous guests to tell them who, tell the viewers who they are. And for me, what can I say? I am the Shanae Heber. Correction there, yes.
Heber.
Trailblazer, pioneer, as most of you would have already seen. But seriously, I'm Shanae Heber, and I am a young woman that is currently passionate, well, not currently, but it's a passion of mine to empower women in and around Guyana and the society at large. I do believe that in this day and age where we are seeing development at the forefront of our country, I believe that women does not represent a large percentage of that growth. And so I think it's time for us women to be at the forefront of development, and that's why I am here, and that's why I take it upon myself to work assiduously to ensure that we break those barriers and labels against us. I'm 21 years old, and like Michael would have mentioned, I am competing for Miss Bartica Regatta 2023. I am delegate number 5. I am a current University of Guyana student in my final year, and I'm pursuing a Bachelor of Petroleum Engineer, a Bachelor of Science in Petroleum Engineer, as well as a Bachelor of Business Administration at Textile American University. Anything else, I will tell you guys later on in the program. Back to you.
It's actually is really crazy because number 5 is such a special word. Special, numeral, is a very special number. Oh my God, you're getting me nervous. Nevertheless, yeah, a very special number. But this young lady, let's say you're into your 4th year now at UG.
Yes, I am.
She's into her 4th year at UG, and
year,
now,
yes.
and also you're into your 1st year at Textile.
First year Textile,
That's
yes.
5 years. So now you understand why the number 5 is so, integral.
Interesting.
So integral.
I actually haven't thought about that, but
Yeah.
thank you for
It's
making
very
that known. Yes.
So island gas. Let's just start with island gas, Shanae. Why? Especially coming from a town that is dominated by gold. Bartica.
Okay, so yes, Bartica has a lot of gold, but that's not my interest. That's not my field of interest. So actually, when I was growing up, I have always wanted to be a doctor. Point of correction, I have not always wanted to be, but according to my environs and my surroundings and my family, that's where they wanted me to go. Yeah. And so I decided in 3rd form that I was going to go into the science stream. That was as a result of friends' influence as well.
Okay.
I wanted to do what my friends were doing, and that's why I joined the science stream. Coming out of high school though, when I transferred to Mays, I realized that wasn't my passion. Like science and being a doctor, that wasn't my passion exactly. And so I was just a young girl out of high school, typical young person, don't know what to do when you're out of high school. And I was like, you know what, I should probably apply for 6th form and UG as well, so that I could, make a choice. So I was going to do 6th form at Bishop's High because I got accepted for that, and I was also accepted at UG. My first aim was to apply to a chemical engineering program,
Great.
But UG didn't have that program. And then I was scrolling and I saw petroleum engineering, so I'm like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Guyana now has a new resource. Why not tap into that opportunity?
Correct.
And be one of the first persons in Guyana, people to take up such a role. Yeah. And so I was like, I should apply for this program, and I did. And then actually UG responded before Bishops, and it was coming close to September, and I had to make a choice. I had to decide whether I wanted to go to sixth form or UG, and that's why I chose UG. And I started the program, no prior knowledge of oil and gas whatsoever. I just went into the program blindly, and from then it was history. Because now I love everything about oil and gas.
You know, it's really nice though, you know, on your behalf, because over the past, you know, months and years, I got like a large female base, you know. I know from my days at university. And I was like, why everybody just going into communication? Like, yeah, I answer exam, just come. like why y'all like seeking into something that's different?
That's
and
different.
I think, you know, the reason why I admire you is because it's, you know, it's about being different, and you are different. Because a lot of people just doing communication and some doing economics, and yeah, we understand it's good to be qualified, fair to say, but it's not all of us will be employed. All of we can be,
In the same
you know,
field.
economists. You know, and they got a lot of people, you know, some graduate with environmental degree and they can't get a job within the society.
That's so true.
So there is it's such a difficult and drastic world we live in. So that's why I actually admire Shanae, and then I was like, wow, she doing all these things. So like it forced me to ask, like 4 years, you know, in petroleum engineering student, and for a serious textile along with working with Gulf, well-renowned company. I think you're a manager there, if I'm right.
Oh my God, why did you do?
Very well.
I actually hate disclosing where I work.
Oh my God, my bad.
But yeah, let's not talk too much about
Oh,
work.
God, yeah.
Yes, but I am employed at a very reputable company, and they're actually pretty amazing group of people, and I have a family over there that supports me in whatever I do. They're a very supportive organization. They support young talent, young skills, people with young skills, and they push, you know, the people to do better, to be better, to be able to fulfill all the needs of this industry. We particularly do valves, and like we test, we recertify, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a little synopsis about where I work.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. We still talking about 21-year-old. Y'all do not forget, we're talking about 21-year-old young lady. So let's dip right into empowerment, women empowerment. We really want to stick here. Like, is there like a platform that you use? How do you reach out to, you know, women that needs help?
Okay, so my long-term goals, well, one of them is to actually have a non-governmental organization that focuses specifically on women, to basically increase their expertise, skills, talents, basically to have a group of women that, you know, works together collectively to break those barriers and labels that have been set against us. That's one of my main goals. But as it is right now, I am a part of the Girl Foundation. Many of you would have heard about the Girl Foundation.
Yeah.
I served as a junior president for the year 2020 to 2021, and that organization sets out to empower young girls and women to be their best selves. So apart from the organization, we have been dormant for some while, but we are on the verge of becoming up and running again. But apart from that, I use my platform on a daily basis, you know, to shed some light on various issues that we face as women. And I believe that I have a fan base that follows me specifically for women-related content, because I have many people who message me daily and be like, oh, I'm so inspired by you. You inspire me to do this. You inspire me to get this job, to start doing this. You know, I try to create a space where people can see me as someone that they can look up to. And as someone that they can look up to for inspirations, to get up, to do better for yourselves, to be someone that, you know, the person that you envision to be. And so I do not have a major platform per se as it relates to what I use to necessarily disseminate or impart information, but I use my social platforms to do just that.
So actually, Shanae, how difficult it is though, since we're on, you know, women empowerment. I mean, society is taking a toll. Let's be fair. Society and peer pressure, social media and all these things, you know, basically taking a toll on women. How hard it is for you, you know, for you to, like, you know, put over your philosophy or what you understand and trying to make a change in that average young lady that is probably lost or needs help.
So I believe that your environment plays a vital role in you becoming the woman that you envision. And I believe that enough is not being done today
Yeah.
for young girls and women to allow them to move away from the social norms that we're so accustomed to, that was embedded in us. And I believe that as a people, to be able to move away from certain norms, you have to have people that are passionate,
Yeah.
and you need to have people that will, push these girls to be better, to do better. So that can include creating programs for girls, for, creating organizations. I mean, we do have a lot of organizations, and I do believe that there are people, matter of fact, that tries hard
Yeah.
to bring these women up to par. But I believe that some of their reluctance, so what I'm trying to say is their reluctance to achieving or gaining this knowledge, that part of the process is kind of difficult because they're young girls who, doesn't believe or doesn't see the world in a picture that, can create something good for themselves. And so I believe that comes from their foreparents as well.
Yeah.
Like, they do not have people around them that can take them out of this hole that they're in, and place them into spaces where they will thrive, where they will grow. And so I believe that the people around you are very important. And I just believe that there needs to be so much more done for these young girls and women, because we want to have a society where girls are seen as leaders, as people who are changing the world for good. Girls who are forces for good, doing so much for themselves, breaking those stereotypical barriers against us. But I believe that it all starts with us as a people as well as our leaders.
Yeah. I see this specific part that I'm about to ask, and I literally take my time and write it. I really want to get, I didn't want to miss a word that actually came to my tongue. So, do you know what I actually find astonishing though? Is that, you're female in a world that is predominantly governed by men. Most of our jobs, I'm seeing, mainly most of our jobs, I'm seeing a young lady alien all the way from Bartica. Put in mind that that's the region of El Dorado. How focused are you in breaking some barriers that are set by men?
I believe that we can have a world, a society where women are leaders.
Yeah.
And I believe that for far too long, women have been marginalized. And women are capable of so much more than being just housewives, as we're deemed to be, being just confined to the houses and what's not. I believe that women can function in various capacities. And how focused am I? So I am one of those persons that would like to believe that I cannot conform to societal norms that have been placed or shed against us. And so I will do anything in my power to move away from those stereotypes, those stereotypical behavior. So I am very much focused. I put in the work because that's the only way you can gain results or you can see results, if you actually put in the work. And so I take it upon myself to be as focused as I can, to not let distractions get to me, to not let negative behavior control my choices and the decisions that I make for myself. And so I would believe that I'm a very focused young woman when it comes to breaking barriers and stereotypes or labels that have been set against us.
I mean, you're so young though. It's really ironic. Like, I mean, it's hard to find. I'm not saying they are, there are women out there that is on that focus. But I mean, with the way society is moving, music, everything that we see on our televisions and these pressures of society, whereby women are asked to, what to fit in, that's actually, I think, is the problem. Because I mean, why are we asking actually, or why are people telling us, hey, you know what, you got to try and fit in, when each one of us are actually created to stand out, which is ironic. And I was like, wow, why? And it goes, vice versa for male. We are actually, to be a part of this team, you gotta get this done, you gotta do this. I was like, but why though? And what I actually, sat and a thought came to me, and I was like, you know what? Was it about this leader and follower old philosophy that, a lot of us tend to live by every day in society? They got the head and they got the people that trail behind. But then a lot of people don't understand, or perhaps a lot of women, since we're talking about women, probably ain't ready to tap in on the leadership ability that they got, which is crazy. And I'm seeing young Shanae as at 21 years old. She's still in, I would say, well, she didn't even reach her prime yet. She's still in the alpha stage of her career at the beginning. So it's really good to see a young woman that is this focused, this goal oriented, and she is definitely a motivation to me as a male, because if she's out here doing it at 21 and I'm 24, I'm well, not like I'm doing, but she's doing a great lot. She's modeling, she's working, she's two schools, two tertiary level of education, two separate tertiary institutions she's at, and Rotaract and a bunch of other stuff, and she is able to monitor herself, and also I must say that her time management is tip top.
You think?
I do believe so. To manage all of those, it's gotta be crazy, Shanae.
All right, so I live by this quote. I feel like we're all lighthouses.
Yeah.
My job is to shine my light as brightly as I can to the darkness. That simply means that we all came here for a specific purpose.
Yeah.
And we all have the ability within us to do so much more for ourselves than what we may be told by society to do. And so I believe that while, just like you said, many young girls do not know their capabilities and don't know how to, let's say, tap into that more or less.
Yeah.
And I believe for me, it just has to do with what I've been through and wanting to create a better life for myself. And I'm the type of person that do not want to continue certain generational curses that has been in my family for some time. And so I have a different outlook on life. And I feel there's so much more to life than just what we see on a daily basis, which can be just what you spoke about, music, partying, those very frivolous things. I believe that those do not shape you into becoming the person that you truly were set upon this earth to be.
Yeah.
And so, I believe that I just need to be busy. Well, not necessarily busy, but productive.
Yeah.
Because I feel that's how I will reach my goals. And just like you said, I am goal oriented, and I have so many goals that I have set out for myself that I hope to achieve within 5 years. And that sounds crazy, but I hate failure. And as much as failure shapes you to be, shapes you into, or molds you into that person, I hate failure. And I try my very best to do everything. And you said my time management is top tier.
I guess. For
anyone that knows me, quite the contrary. I suck when it comes to time. I should not be saying this, but I suck when it comes to time management. But I just know that I have things that I need to get done, and I get it done. Like ticking off stuff on my to-do list has got to be the most inspiring feeling ever. So that keeps me going. Just the fact that you can take things off of your to-do list. And so
Also, I think you graduated with your first diploma at UG.
Yes.
I remember that day vividly. She had on her green gown, and she had on this orange and green shoes, if I'm right. Orange and green shoes. And then there was this other time when she was in a white room, and she had on black. And I was like, black and white to me is zebra. And I was like, wow. And I was like, this girl been standing out for some time, because the way she dresses, it tells a lot of story. And as people rightfully say, the way you dress, is the way they get addressed formally. So it forces me now to go into fashion. Let's talk fashion. You're in the Miss Bartica Regatta 2023, delegate number 5, 4 year at UG. Why not text it, or do not forget. Where did the love for fashion actually stem from?
Okay, so my mom was actually a fashion designer.
Very good person,
Yes, she was actually a fashion designer. I don't know why she stopped designing, but I think she found her true passion now. But I would say that my fashion abilities definitely stemmed from her and just her presence in my life. She was actually first runner-up in Miss Bartica Regatta, I think 2004. The year that wasn't the year I was born, but she was first runner-up. And I've always wanted to join a pageant. I've always been fanatic about fashion. And while I don't tap into my fullest and truest potentials when it comes to fashion, I do believe that I still try to do a little things, here and there sometimes. But back to pageantry, so I actually, I think my pageant journey would have begun when I was in high school. This was 3 Mile Secondary in Bartica. I was actually, I had already signed up to compete in that pageant. But for some reason, the pageant got cancelled. And that kind of threw me off for a while, And I was like, you know what, forget about this. Because if this happens the first time, why am I even fighting it?
Yeah.
So I forgot about that for a while, but I think the drive and the force came back to me just before the pandemic hit. This was 2019.
Yeah.
I wanted to go up, compete for the Miss Bartica pageant at that time. But then COVID came and destroyed my plans again. So I was like, wait, you know what? This is not meant to be. This is not for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm done with this whole trying to compete thing. And then I was actually so inspired by the girls last year that competed in Miss Jam Zone.
Yeah.
And actually one of those very same girls are from Bartica, and I'm so proud of her. Amel, yes, I'm so proud of her. And when she won the pageant, I was like one of her biggest supporters. I've been in support of her for quite some time. And she was like, you know what? You're next. So I was like, you're right. You're right. And I actually started hearing about the Miss Bartica pageant, I think last year. And I was like, I'm definitely doing this year. By the hooks or the crooks, I am doing it this year. And so they were looking for girls to compete. And some of my friends told me, hey, this is your time. You should definitely join. And so I did, because I want to make this year a year of competition for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I can compete at certain levels. And I have not tapped into that ability of mine before. And I feel like I want to start doing that this year. So that's why I decided that Miss Bartica would be my first, not last, but the first.
You see, timings is such a beautiful word.
True.
I love that word. I got a word over my bed at home, and every time I wake up, I look at it like timings, and I got a clock right there. So every second that goes, I either waste it or you make something useful of it. So it's very good that you actually touch on timings, because failing at 3 Mile, well, not really failing, but missing opportunity at 3 Mile, then missing opportunity due to COVID, which a lot of people miss. And then, you know, someone just come to you and tell you probably it's your time. Perhaps if it had happened then, and then it happened again, and then perhaps you didn't get the space where you had wanted, perhaps you would have been, you know, emotionally crushed. And, you know, but timings is such a beautiful thing. I really believe in timings. And indeed, the time is now. Definitely the time is now. Can't be yesterday. The time is definitely now.
If I'm being honest, I don't think I was prepared, you know, at that time.
Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and that time possibly wasn't the right time for me to be involved in such areas of life. Yeah. But I believe that if I were to go in a pageant then, if I were to compete then, I probably would not have performed to the best of my abilities. Yeah. And so that's so true as it relates to time, is because now I believe that I'm fully prepared and I am here to conquer.
Yes, she's here. So, wow, we are almost there. What are some difficulties you may face as a young woman aspiring so high in the oil and gas field?
Okay, well, as most people know, everyone should know that the oil and gas field is predominantly male. In most high positions that you find in the oil and gas industry, males usually take up those positions. And many persons would say, oh, this field is not for females. Yeah. You know, it's a male-dominated industry. I mean, there are females that works only in the admin roles, and like some may be HR, accounting, and stuff like that. But when it comes to the more robust positions, you would rarely find females in those positions. And so, but I believe that women are capable of so much more, and we have the ability to do just as equal as what men are doing, and even better in some cases. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. It's fair to say. Some men.
Men are so, you know what? Men are so intimidated by women, you know. But I don't think women know that. And I lost my train of thoughts. But as I was saying, females are not a part of most positions that you find to be very beneficial in the industry. That can be engineers, whether it be drilling engineers, production engineers. And I believe that women, like I said, can be in those positions. You know, we can take up space in the industry. We just need the training, just as these men would get. We just need the resources to be able to be, you know, on that level. Yeah. And so there's so many barriers against women in the industry, but like I said, I have been working assiduously to break those barriers, and I know that with the right resources, the right mindset, mentality, females can do anything that they put their minds to. And for me, that stepping stone, or I should say, what will allow me to break those barriers will be my first degree.
Great.
Which is what I'm pursuing now.
Great.
So
I also have a friend from she works at El Dorado offshore. I've known her when she was here, but she's from USA, and she explained to me that Mike, it's really difficult as a female, for real. Like
she explained
it's really difficult as a female, and she had to work all these years, study all these years, but now she's a chemical engineer at El Dorado offshore.
Nice.
I think her name is Claudia, and recently she was sent to the basin in Mexico, the Mexican basin, and she was sent to the Middle East. I think was Saudi Arabia, some other countries whereby now she go and she do these scientists works in the water, and she showed me these bunch of coloring things. I was like, baby girl, my feet ain't nothing to do with the island gas. Yeah, just keep me out, but just tell me about your success story.
Yeah.
I am willing to listen. So, and then but it's wonderful, and in a few years time, definitely, probably by next year, probably the year after, I am definitely looking forward to see Shanae named there, and I'm being very fair. I'm urging all guys needs to pay attention to this. This could be something different and big, something barrier breaking, and put in mind it's gonna happen right in front of our face, and right up under we know. So a lot of us should pay attention to this. Younger ladies that need that bit of advice and hope. Don't be afraid to reach out to Shanae. I actually thought it was a problem. Like I didn't know how to say hi. I need an interview. So it was that difficult. But you guys, could reach out to Shanae. She's a very cool, jovial. I will say you had the word with me in the show, but see word. Lastly, Shanae, lastly, what advice would you give to any young woman who are, stuck? I got a baby cousin, and he liked this word. The other day, tablet died. He watching Peppa Pig, and he's like, Michael. I was like, what? The tablet, I don't know. It's stuck. It's stuck. And I was like, I like the word. So, women who are stuck at, that crossroad of deciding our future, what would be your advice to her?
One of the most effective advices that I was given before, and I really like to use this whenever I'm asked this question, and it's just one simple line. It's to take up space.
Wow.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be ubiquitous. Do it to the best of your abilities. It doesn't matter which field you're in. It doesn't matter which level of your career you're in. But everything you do, try to do it to the best of your abilities. And remember, whatever you do on a daily basis, and you look back at it in the evening, make sure that it's something that will add to your personal growth and development. Avoid distractions. Avoid the negative thoughts, negative things that people will say. There will come times when you will be faced with obstacles. You'll be faced with failures, but use those as a stepping stone to get where you want to be. There's so much that you can do to be better. You just have to find the spaces that will only allow you to thrive and to grow, to become your best and your most truest self. Find your passion. Place yourself into spaces where people would only push you to do better, to be better. Find things that will bring you joy, that will bring you happiness, that will bring you peace, and that will only allow you to reach a certain level that people can't even knock you down when you get there. There are going to be people who are going to try to bring you down, people that are going to see you as a threat to them, and that's only them projecting their feelings of themselves upon you. So do not listen to what people have to say about you. You just do you. Get up each day knowing that today is a new day to do better, to be better. Set goals for yourselves. Have planners. Use your planners. Just make resound decisions that will only allow you to grow and to become your best self.
As we started the show with the number 5, we shall end it with 5. As I said, 4 years at UG and 1 year at Textila, and then not making it to that pageant show at 3 miles, and then not making it to which was the other one? 3 miles.
No, this was Miss Bartica.
Was Miss Good and Miss Bartica 2019 with the COVID. And myself, who has been trying to get Shanae here for like over 3 separate occasions. Oh my God, I can't believe all of these things has been happening to her. But she's young, she's charismatic, she's very focused, and also she's willing to make a change within society. So I must say that Shanae is definitely a trailblazer and on a road to success. Miss Shanae, I must say thank you for being here with me today on
Thank
Focus.
you for having me.
Oh my,
I enjoyed this.
I really enjoyed speaking to you, Shanae. Thank you so much. I want to say a big shout out to my technical team, Cleveland James. Until next time.
Trifina, how you could get yarning on today's pension day?
I collect my pension and went to the market since the 23rd.
How you mean?
I tell you, Levy switched to lodgement. Since me last book finished, I switched.
You join up a lodge, was this lodgement?
Oh, the NIS lodgement system allows pensioners to get their pension into their bank account. The money is paid into the account by the 23rd of the month, so you could withdraw it whenever you like.
So wait, I ain't got for join no long line. Why you ain't tell me before?
Told you, Cleo. When you go to submit your life certificate, ask them for the allotment application form. When you complete it and the bank verify it, then NIS is going to process it. After they process it, your money will be in your account.
Well, all right, I going there now.
And don't forget, when you're carrying your life certificate, ask them for the lodgement application form.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.